Hey everybody, it's Kookie McGee here, aka Keagan. I'm back with another video once again, and this time I'm bringing you guys a brand new movie review video. Now, before we get started with today's episode, I got two things I'd like to say before we get started. First of all, I know I haven't done a movie review video in over 2 weeks, and I do apologize for that. This is because I've been busy with some stuff, especially in the past week where I was doing some house sitting for my cousin, watching his cats and dogs while he was away. And I was also busy with the Northwest Fear Fest as well, which, by the way, I do plan to make. I will be talking about all the movies that I saw at the Northwest Fear Fest in the next movie review video that I do, so stay tuned for that video. And lastly, this is going to be a bit of a quick episode because I got to go somewhere here really soon, so we're going to try to get this video done quick before I have to go. Anyways, let's get on with the episode. So today we're going to be talking about three movies that I saw in theaters recently. One of whom I saw one of them I saw a little over almost 3 weeks ago. So, anyways, let's talk about them. So the first film we're going to talk about is Anemone. Anemone, I have no idea how you pronounce it. This is the debut film from Ronan Day-Lewis, who is the son of Daniel Day-Lewis. And this film ironically stars Daniel Day-Lewis. And this is his comeback film after an 8-year hiatus, which his previous film was The Phantom Thread from 2017. Now, I've actually been looking forward to checking this movie out when I found out that Daniel Day-Lewis was coming out of retirement to do a new movie for his son. And as I mentioned, this is Ronan Day-Lewis's first movie. And actually, Ronan Day-Lewis and Daniel Day-Lewis wrote the screenplay for this film together. And yeah, it was interesting. Daniel Day-Lewis is an amazing actor. He's been in a lot of great movies like The Phantom Thread, Gangs of New York, There Will Be Blood, which in my opinion is his best movie, and many others. And I saw this one. When did I see it? I saw this one on the opening weekend. I saw it on the Sunday, so I saw this movie almost 3 weeks ago. Eh, despite I had some pretty high expectations for this movie, but unfortunately the film itself wasn't that great. I mean, it wasn't horrible by any means, but it really was not at all what I was expecting. Well, I would like to start off by saying do not expect going into this movie thinking it's going to be the next There Will Be Blood or the next Phantom Thread or something. This movie is its own thing, and basically, in this film, you got Daniel Day-Lewis plays a man who lives out in the countryside in, I think it's in the UK or something. Well, he's living out in the countryside, and his brother, played by Sean Bean, travels up to meet him and tries to convince him to come back into society because his son is considering going into the army or something. And this just opens up like some past traumas or something like that. I don't really remember, honestly. I kind of forgot about what most of the things that happened in this movie, to be quite frank with you all. I mean, the movie did have a good cast. Other than Daniel Day-Lewis, he was really good in the film. I mean, Sean Bean was good, and it's got Samantha Morton, who wasn't in, well, she's in the movie, but she's if I remember, she was in it for like a little bit, but it mostly centered around Daniel Day-Lewis and Sean Bean's character from what I remember. I mean, I do got to give some praise for some of the acting. I mean, the acting in this movie is pretty good, especially for Daniel Day-Lewis. But the problems I have with this movie is the dialogue can be somewhat questionable, and in fact, there is one scene where they're talking about a priest, and there is literally a scene where Daniel Day Lewis's character goes into detail how he took a crap on a priest, which I don't even know why that was in the movie, but it just is. And it was just like, okay. But I don't even know why that was there. Another issue I have with this movie, I feel like the movie drags on for way, way, way too long. It's 2 hours and 5 minutes, and I feel like it drags on for most of the movie. While I mean, the performances in this movie are pretty good. Besides the questionable dialogue, it has some really good music and some beautiful cinematography. But overall, I was really not a fan of this movie. I mean, it had its moments, but it wasn't that great either. But it was all right. I mean, if you like Daniel Day Lewis, then check this movie out, I guess. I don't think I'm ever gonna watch it again, and I would rather watch the Phantom Thread, Gangs of New York, or There Will Be Blood instead over this movie. But other than that, it's nice to see Daniel Day Lewis return to acting into movies after an 8 year hiatus, and I hear he's going to be acting in more movies in the future, so that's nice. Anyways, I'm giving this one a 6 out of 10, I guess. Next, I saw Perfect Blue by Satoshi Kon. I've seen this movie once before on Blu ray, and I own it on Blu ray in a steelbook, but I recently checked it out again, but this time in theaters in the 4K restoration, which by the way looked really good. I saw this with a really big crowd, and yeah, this movie is amazing. And this is the movie that influenced the likes of Darren Aronofsky, as this movie, I believe, was the inspiration for the movie Black Swan, which I talked about once a couple years ago. That's another really great movie. And this is an anime film for adults, and without a doubt, one of the best of all time. Basically, this film follows a pop star who is stepping away from singing and to pursue acting in television and movies. But then a lot of strange things starts to happen to her when she believes she's being stalked by an obsessive fan who is trying to kill her and sending her threats to make her go back into singing. And this is a really, really strange, a beautifully made and disturbing film. It's a really good psychological thriller film with some really good animation, some really good voice acting, some great music, and a great atmosphere, especially seeing this one with a big crowd in a theater. And this is often regarded as Satoshi Kon's best movie, or well, either this movie or Tokyo Godfathers or Paprika, depending on who you ask, of course. And this movie definitely does push the envelope for being an adult animated feature. Like, some of the kill scenes are dark, there's nudity, and there is a scene where they're filming for the TV show where our protagonist's character in the TV show gets sexually assaulted by a group of men at a gentleman's club. And it really, really pushes the boundaries for making this a mature an adult animated feature. And it's just a really, really well done film, and without a doubt one of the best anime films of all time. I would say check this movie out, even if you're not a big anime fan. It's without a doubt one of the best films ever made, period. And seeing this movie with a big crowd of people in a theater was quite an experience. But if you haven't seen Perfect Blue, definitely check it out. It's one of the greatest movies ever made, period. And I'm giving this one a 9 out of 10. Alright, I gotta make this quick. I gotta get going soon. So, the last film we're gonna talk about in this video is After the Hunt. This is the new film from director Luca Guadagnino, who, in my opinion, is without a doubt one of the best directors working today. He directed films like I Am Love, Call Me By Your Name, Bones and All, the 2018 remake of Suspiria, Challengers, and Queer, which the last two films I listed were his previous films that he directed back in 2024. And yeah, this is his newest film. And it seems that a lot of people don't seem to like this film as much as his other films. And it's gotten a lot of mixed reactions, but it seems that most people don't seem to like this one. But I saw this one the other day, and I gotta be honest, I actually didn't mind this movie, unlike most people did. But I will say this is definitely not his best film by a long shot. I mean, it's got some great performances and such, but this is definitely not his best movie. But it does have a good cast. It's got Julia Roberts, Michael Stahlberg, Andrew Garfield, and many others. And basically, the film revolves around cancel culture and topics like that. It basically follows a Yale University professor whose life gets flipped upside down when one of her students and pupil, well, her one of her students who was a good friend with her, starts to bring out some allegations against one of her colleagues, and this very same pupil finds out some dark history involving our protagonist and threatens to reveal it to the world. And it's basically kind of a feud between the pupil and the professor kind of ordeal with the plot. So you can kind of guess where it goes from here. Now, I personally liked the movie for what it is, but it's definitely not Luca Guadagnino's best film by a long shot. But I personally enjoyed it for what it was. Although I find the film does drag on. It could have been like 10 or 15 minutes shorter. But I will say the acting is good and the music is good too. But again, I didn't hate this. I personally don't mind this movie, but I can totally understand why most people don't seem to like it. But I enjoyed it for what it was. But I this is not one I'd be in a big rush to checking out again. But I didn't think it was as bad as most people make it out to be. But it's definitely one of the most divisive films to come out this year, as of me making this video. But I would say check it out if you do like Luca Guadagnino's other movies. You might like this one, you might not. I personally thought it was pretty good, but it's not his best movie. I know I said that again, but yeah. Not the best movie from Luca Guadagnino, but I thought it was pretty good. Anyways, I don't have anything else to add, so I'm giving After the Hunt a 7 out of 10. Alright, I better get going, so I gotta wrap up this video right here, but thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like, comment below, and if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos that'll be coming out soon. But in the meantime, this is Keagan McGee signing off. Thanks again for watching. Hope you all have a great evening, and I'll see you guys later. Take it easy, guys. Peace. Bye-bye.